So it's me from the current time or the future. It'll be the future in regards to the content that you're about to watch, the content that you're about to watch. It's way in the past, and it's way in the future, and this is me now recording it in the present time. That made zero sense probably. I also look like death, but who cares? But anyway, so the video, I was just going through my SD card trying to find which video I wanted to edit for this week's video, and I realised that I never actually uploaded the final parts of my Canada holiday vlog, which I was doing. So that's what you got. I've got a date on my comfort table, but that's what you guys are about to get. You're going to get my Canada vlog from 2019. So I went to Canada in August 2019. There are 3, possibly 2 other vlogs in my travel playlist, which I will link or whatever for you guys to see. And yeah, so that's what you're going to get. I might pop up every now and then in this video to explain things, because I don't think I explained things very well when I was filming in Holland whilst I was there. I can't really remember because that was half a year ago. But I'm going to put it up because I think it'll be fun to have up and actually finish it. So I apologise it's taking me this long to upload it. I hope you guys enjoy it. So roll on the video and enjoy.
Day 5 of our holiday, and we are getting some form of transport because we haven't been told. We thought it was a bus, but we got told we weren't on the bus company, so it could be a bus, could be a taxi, could be a tractor, could be Superman, who knows. But we've got some form of transfer getting us from Victoria to Tofino, which is our final stop, I guess you'd say. We are technically booked to have 2 days in Tofino. However, due to a mess up with flights and everything home, we have to come. We only get today. Today is our only day in Tofino. Well, a day and a half possibly. We don't actually know. We've got today travelling, and then we've got bear watching in the afternoon, and then tomorrow at some point we've got to get a seaplane to get us back into Vancouver so we can get to the airport in time for our flight home, which is really annoying, because we paid for 2 full days, and we probably won't get 2 full days. So yeah, we're gonna head off there. I feel gross. My throat is killing me. My face is breaking out even more. This is the thing about traveling out. That seems my face breaks out. And also, I'm a week now behind my B12 injection, and just everything's coming at once to me, which is why I look like I'm dead, which is kind of annoying because I wanted to look really pretty this holiday, get really nice photos. But oh well. So let's get our cases and then see what sort of transfer they are going to be what sort of transport they're going to be what sort of transport they're going to be using to transfer us to Tofino. It's like a 4-hour journey, so we want something comfortable.
Just to let you know, our form of transport ended up being a bus, and it wasn't even a very nice bus, and what you're about to have some clips of is me basically moaning about the bus, so enjoy.
So we're still on the bus. Whoa. We've been on it for like 4.5, 5 hours now. Hang on, 1,000. We've been on it for, it's half 1 hour exactly. 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11, 12, 12, 12. We've been on it for 5.5 hours, and we still need to get to Tofino, and our bear watching is at 4 p.m. and we've been told we won't get to Tofino until 3:30. So basically, we're going to miss our bears probably. Also, the bus smells like an old homeless person. It's not great. That's the smell. I'll figure that out. Crazy cat woman and a homeless man. Still on the homeless man coach. We've got half an hour till we're meant to be there, and it's not looking promising. I've just sat and made a list of everything that's wrong with this holiday so far, so I want to read up to you guys later when I'm not actually on my phone. And we've been working out how much we think we should get compensated back from the company for this as well, because this is the best holiday we've had. Like, and it was meant to be the best. Yeah, well, we're meant to be the best holiday. We've saved for this, we've been for this for years. It's meant to be like the best holiday ever. And if you take away all the stress of it and everything, it's been a good holiday. But actually, if you just take away, day 1 and 2, yeah, it was alright. Anything from day 2, so we'll see. But I will update you all as and when I can. I don't know where to look when I record on my phone. I want to look at myself, but the camera is right here. Update time. It's 3 o'clock like we are losing our mind. Seriously. I think I lost my mind about 3 hours ago. And it still smells, and I tried to use my jumper to protect me from the smell, but it's not working anymore. So I'm just slowly sitting here, sniffing up someone's piss. It's not fun or nice. And I just got a big whiff of it. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well, but we're going to do it this way around. We are on our way to Tofino. We're on Tofino's a lap stop. We've got 10-15 minutes to get there for us to be there in time for our trip. And I very much doubt that's going to happen. Like, very much doubt it. So we made it in time for the bear watching trip. This is the 3rd time on a Zodiac. So let's see what we see. Something to eat, isn't it? See the bear on my video, just this weird dead deer moving its leg.
Yes, exactly. Just an update. I look like a crazy person, but oh well. We've been on the bear trip and we got to see some bears, and now we're sat outside for about 40 minutes now. Yeah. 50 minutes now, waiting for a way to get to our hotel, because it's like a 40-minute walk at least, and we got told there was a free shuttle that was going to be here at 7:30, and it's not showed up. And also there is a taxi. There's only one taxi in Tofino apparently, so we're just kind of like stuck here waiting to find out. We're hungry and tired, and we are stranded. Also, look at this, I have like the biggest pimples. Gross. Gross. So we're just gonna sit here and wait. And wait. We are stranded and hungry, so hungry. We haven't had a proper meal since yesterday night. And I bet you anything that by the time we get to the hotel, we won't have any food. We'll just finding out. We're just waiting. Good morning everyone, it is day 6 of our holiday. Today we are in Tofino, and look at that view from our hotel. Isn't that pretty? I forgot to record last night, so I'm just going to give you an update. We managed to make it in time, just in time for the bears, so you've got to watch it and everything. Hold on, Becky, you got to watch the bears, and yeah, that was really cool, and you would have seen that footage. And then after the bears, we got told there was going to be a shuttle, free shuttle, but it didn't turn up. We were waiting for like an hour, more than an hour, I think, on the side of the road waiting to be picked up by this shuttle. Never turned up. Called the hotel, they arranged for this bus to come get us up, and then it was like not even a 10-minute really journey down from on the shuttle to the hotel, but it was like it would have been a 40-minute walk. And then they charged us $5 each, so it was $20 for this bus to pick us up and bring us very close to a hotel. Then we got to the hotel, and then the guy went checks in, and he was like, "You've got one room," and we were like, "No, we've paid for 2," and he was like, "No, 2 times
2 twins means 1 room with 2 beds. And we were like, no, 2 times means 2 times the beds. And yeah, apparently that's how they do it in Canada or whatever. But he put us in the room, and then he said he'll see what he can do, because they didn't have any other rooms, there's just one that's under maintenance. So we went to eat, and then he came and met us at the restaurant and said that he's managed to get us another one. The one that was under maintenance wasn't like full on, there's nothing fully wrong with it, so mum and dad went and had that one, we got to have this one. And then I think that was basically it for that. So we knew it was going to happen. It was going to happen in every hotel. We knew we were going to only be getting 1 room. But I think that was like the breaking point for pretty much everyone. Like, mum and dad had been on and off all throughout the holiday. Becky, you could see her like soul leaking. It's like getting like being released from her body, and like the excitement in the eyes was disappearing. And for me, I was just like, I'm done. I was tired and I'm done. But Becky just said she's happy again. See, I'm alright now.
I just had to release it.
Now that I've had a good night's sleep with a really weird dream, which I'll update you on a bit later on because we need to go have breakfast. But now that I've had some sleep, I feel a bit fine because it is a very pretty view behind us. So let's see what the day in Tofino has for us, or morning in Tofino, because our flight is at like 1. Okay, I thought whilst I get my shoes on, I'll quickly tell you what my dream was about. Basically, I had a dream that I don't even know where I was and how old I was, but I had a child and I was a single parent, and it was called like Jackson or something. I can't remember. And it was weird because then I went on like on a date or something, and the guy that a friend looked after Jackson was, I went on a date, and it turned out like the friend was the one I wanted to be with and all that kind of stuff. And then I had another kid and then another boy, and they're all like kind of close age, but their names all began with J, so it's like Jackson, Jamie, and it just continued through. And then I had a little girl, and her name was a J as well. It was just really weird because throughout the dream, like in my brain, I was like, why are you calling them that name and that name? I don't like those names. And it was so weird. And I think at one point we were in Canada as well, and it was a really weird dream. But we're now going to head off to breakfast, and then I don't know what we're going to do because where our hotel is located is literally in the middle of nowhere. There's a beach next to us, and then that's it. Apparently there's a village nearby, but it's not like nearby, it's like a 40 to an hour, like an hour and a half, I don't really know. It's over 40-minute walk, and then the city is even further away, so I very much doubt we're going to be doing anything. I kind of feel like this hotel is kind of like the Premier Inn for Canada kind of thing. It's got very Premier Inn vibes really, but yeah, I don't know. Part of me is ready to go on home, but other part of me is thinking how lucky we are with the experiences we've had and the animals we've got to see. And I'm very torn. So if you take away all the bad stuff, this holiday has been amazing, but the bad stuff just stresses you out and you're constantly thinking about it, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go get some breakfast.
We found a sea eagle. Is it a sea eagle though?
Yeah, you see this eagle.
Why not a bald eagle?
It's got feathers on its head.
Wait, so bald eagles don't have feathers on their heads?
Yeah, they do.
What's the difference then?
They're more in the mountains, I think. The Rockies.
He's looking around. We are now at the airport to head off back to Vancouver. We thought we were getting a seaplane, but actually we were in a scummy little airport that stinks again. And we're going on a tiny little plane, which isn't a seaplane, so we have lost out on the experience, which we are really excited for. So I'm getting a lovely little list of things to say screw you, John Boo. We've just arrived at the hotel, which is the Fairmont Pacific. It's like a 5-star hotel, and oh my god, they opened the car doors for us. They're bringing our bags to it. They gave us towels when we checked in. We don't do first class. This is a bit first class 5-star hotels. This is weird. One thing I forgot to say is that we are sharing this room between the 4 of us. So there's 4 adults in 2 queen size beds. So mum and dad are gonna be there. Me and Becky have got a share room. So that's not really appropriate for adults. Now apparently things are changing. What have I got to watch?
Watch the curtains.
Okay, we're watching the curtains. What are you doing? What are you doing to the curtains? You don't even need to open the curtains to turn them on. Open them. Like what? And okay, apparently you don't even have to press the light switches.
Can you talk to it?
What else can you do to it? See, is this posh? That there is a thing. There's a bedroom as well in that you can change, or is it just a bedroom? Okay, it's just a bedroom. You can even, like, what? I'm just, whoa. I just, like, yeah. I'm just obsessed with the fact there's a TV in here. It's very cool.
Who is so lazy?
Very cool, but it's inappropriate because there's 4 adults that have got to share a 2-bedroom room. And, like, 2 sisters, grown adult sisters. Like, yeah, if we were, like, 10 or whatever. But for 2 grown adults, it's not really appropriate. And, like my sister said, it's so unnecessary. Like, who's that lazy they can't stand up to open the curtains? And, like, who's that lazy they can't switch a light switch next to it? But then you've still got to go over to the control pad.
No, you haven't.
Oh, wait, it's an iPad. Okay, never mind, you take the iPad with you to sit there in bed and that. I guess it's the same as us having Alexa in a way, but I don't know. What was it? Yeah, I'm a bit.
Oh, BMW bike services.
Also, you get bikes and that, and oh my god, we just look too scruffy for this. I don't know what to say about it. I'm just a bit woo.
Yeah, hang on.
So we went on a bike ride around Stanley Park again, and then we decided to have dinner, which was Domino's, and we sat in front of the Lost Lagoon having our dinner in the rain. Like, it started to spit with rain whilst we were eating. But the bike ride was fun. It was nice to say goodbye to Stanley Park because we go home tomorrow, and I'm not sure, but I think we may walk around the Lost Lagoon a bit, see if we can find any more wildlife before heading back to the hotel. And then trying to sleep for a bit because it's going to be hard since we've got a queen size bed for 2 adults. It's going to be very squished, so we'll just see. It's a bit of a miserable day today as well. Look, it's not the greatest weather. Good morning, it is day 7, which means we're going home today, but then you have some questions first that we discovered last night. Someone came to offer turn down she's not doing my case, turn down surface. Knocked on the door and she was like, would you like to be turned down? And Becky has a thing she would like to ask everyone.
No.
She was like, who needs to have someone come in? She was like, is it that they tuck you in, or what do they do? And she had all these questions, and we had to explain to Becky that all they do is come in and turn your bed sheets over like this so you can get into bed. Like, who the hell?
Do you not know how to get into bed?
Yeah, who the hell needs someone to come and basically get the bed ready for them to sit in it?
Also, who needs electrics to
Yeah.
open the curtain?
Yeah, who needs electric? However, you were having a lot of fun playing with that.
Oh, because it's
Like, Becky was playing with the iPad the whole time, like trying to get it on and off and on and off. But yeah, so we've had breakfast, which came to $113
Tell them how much 6 loaves.
for 1 egg. For my 1 egg that I had, it was $3,
I don't think
and then
it's that bad.
for 6 slices of bread, it was $24. We could have brought what a loaf of bread in the UK is like 8-9p. So
20 loaves of bread.
yeah, there you go. We could have got like 20 loaves of bread for our 6
Big
slices.
loaves.
So it's expensive, but we're getting ready now to Becky. We're getting ready to go, and then we'll head off to the hotel. So this might be the last bit of this video that you see of me. We'll just have to see what happens. The airport is now my new home. We are delayed by half an hour, which isn't too bad, but it could change. And I'm bored and hungry, and I've decided this is my new home now. I'm tired. I want to sleep.
So there you have it. That is my final Canada vlog video. I just realised you've got an imprint, or I've got an imprint on my cheek from where I've been leaning whilst I've been editing. But there you go. It is all over the place. I apologise. It's mostly me moaning for like this part of it, because we did only literally go see the bears, which you got, and then that was pretty much what we did. Hello, phone. But yeah, I know I mentioned a lot. At one point, I mentioned about a list, which I thought I might as well read to you now. Instead, I had a plan that I was going to do a whole video about everything that went wrong, but because I've left it so long, I'm just not going to bother. But I may as well read you the list, because I've mentioned throughout this one, and I mentioned throughout ones that things keep going wrong. So I'm just going to read you the list that I wrote on the bus when I got bored and fed up. It's not brilliant, and it goes quite silly, but it was just something for me and my sister to do to entertain ourselves. So the first one was for our first part of the holiday when we were in Vancouver at the Lord Stanley Hotel. We received only one room, but we paid for 2. And the beds provided were very small. They expected 4 adults to sleep on a sofa and in a bedroom, and then there was another bedroom. There was a bedroom which was actually an office which you pulled out to make a bed. So there's 4 beds available, but they weren't really beds. In the end, they did sort it out and get the issue, but originally they were trying to put us in just a 1 room. And I put here that Becky was kept in a cell because she slept in the office and I got the bed when we got the room separated. We got given a welcome pack, and the phone numbers provided in the information pack weren't always correct, and some didn't even exist. I found a few of the numbers and it just went this number is not available, this is not the correct number, please try and again, kind of thing. And the rest of the information pack was not informative. It was like, I wrote this, it's like the tour company don't actually know how to arrange a holiday. Maybe they were high on weed whilst booking our holiday, or maybe they're a company that loves to steal money from innocents. So I put that. Then we were meant to get we paid in our holiday excursion a transfer to the ferry for getting us from Vancouver to Victoria, and we didn't get the transfer. We had to pay for a taxi ourselves for that. We'd also paid for a transfer from the ferry to our hotel, the Sandman in Victoria, and again we didn't get it, so we had to pay to get ourselves there. The Sandman hotel was meant to be quite in the town where we'd arrived in the port, but it wasn't. It was about 25 minutes away walking, and if you think, we're quite a fast walking family, so take us 25 minutes to walk fast, but if you were a family with little kids or something, you got told you were in the centre, that would take a bit longer. So it wasn't where we got told it was. And this is, I actually wrote 25-minute plus walk, and that's for us tailors. An old lady would have taken a day. This is literally the comments I made. In the Sandman Hotel, the bedrooms weren't very clean. I've literally got a comment that said, toenails in the bedroom of Sandman. Thick, long, gross toenails. I was sitting there on the floor getting my shoes on or something, and I was I can remember sitting there, I was hey Becky, there's toenails, and then I just kept finding them everywhere I looked. I just kept finding toenails and fingernails all over the hotel room. It was gross. And also we did have the issue again where they originally said they couldn't find our booking for the 2 rooms. They're we've only got you down for 1, but then they did find the second booking in the end. I also wrote there was no toilet brush, so you couldn't clean the toilet yourself, and the seat was so big that you fell through. You couldn't properly sit on the toilet seat. And then my comment here was, how do they expect you to poop comfortably because of the fact the toilet seat was too big? Then we've got number 8. We'd arranged to get to Tofino using luxury transfer. That's what we got told. It was meant to be a luxury coach or minibus or something, and we didn't receive that. When we'd actually phoned up, I got here, we phoned up the company and they had no record of us. So our original bus transfer had no record of us. And I went, we must be non-existent. Maybe we're aliens. Then the new transfer, which I mentioned quite a lot in this video, it took longer than 6 hours. It wasn't meant to take 6 hours. And I wrote, it smells like a homeless man. It stunk. I mean, absolutely stunk. Whilst I was talking in these videos, I could start to taste the smell. It was horrid. And very long, and I just lost the place. And also there was a girl that stole our bit. I've got it here further down. I'm skipping ahead. Oops. Then number 11 I've got was that the seaplane flight wouldn't land in time for the London flight. So apparently, because we were meant to be 2 days in Tofino and then go get a seaplane to Vancouver and then go straight from Vancouver to the airport to go home on day 7. But no one thought to check the times and flights, and I've got here, apparently no one had the sense to check before booking the holiday. Had to move the flight forward, but meaning the bear trip got moved forward. So it resulted in 1 night in Tofino instead of 2 nights in Tofino. We had a whale trip and it was meant to have transfers, and transfers didn't get us from our hotel to the whale trip. We had to do that ourselves. Luckily we could walk it, but still we paid for the transfer and that didn't happen. These are really for reflecting, so let's just take these off for a second whilst I'm complaining. Orca Spirit is the company that we booked one of our orca trips with, and I've got bad quality. The suits need to be released to the bin. The life jacket and insulation wouldn't even keep a puppy afloat. Suits were wet. I couldn't work out if I'd wet myself or it was just the suit. It also smelled like fish. I'm surprised we didn't have a collection of cats on board as well. Boat design was poor. Front stuck up like a lighthouse, meaning front row couldn't even see the sea. Because it was probably instead of like that, it was like that. Couldn't see the sea. Skipper was useless. He loved his left hand. That's all I'm going to say about that part. And then we were chasing the humpbacks. He must have also, he couldn't stop chasing the humpbacks. He must have a fetish. Because the whole thing was we were looking for orcas. We saw one, and then that was it. And then he was like, right, we're just going to go find humpbacks. And we saw humpback after humpback. And he went, oh, there's another humpback over there. Let's go over there. Oh, there's another one over there. And he just seemed obsessed with the humpbacks. He didn't want to look at any other sort of wildlife. He just wanted the humpback, hence the humpback fetish. Then I got M&P got upset many times, ready to go home after day 2. Mum and Dad got really upset, and by the second day they just wanted to go home. I had to pay £15 for internet on my phone in order to communicate with the travel agent in the UK. And then I wrote, fuck up company, should pay me back as my phone bill will now be too expensive. This is like it starts to get, it didn't start, it already was silly. Stomach Vicky painful. So I had really bad stomach pains at one point, and I wrote releasing the Kraken a lot. Made sad and missed parts of the day. I'm just going to leave that for you guys to figure that out. People seem to leave the bus like they have love the bus like they have an attachment to them. And the chairs. Apparently they enjoy the smell of piss and beer for 6 hours plus. So when we're on the bus and we actually drop people off, like, they take ages to get off the bus. Like usually you just stand up and you go. These people are like dragging themselves on so slow off the bus. Like a tortoise would have outrun them getting off the bus. That's how slow they were going. So I think they were just obsessed with it. Smell of piss has hurt our nasal holes, so hurt our nose. The fumes have made me begin to feel sick, and I now can taste the piss. That's what I just said earlier. I can smell it, and it smelled horrible. So I don't know if you heard in the videos, but the bus was really clickety. So I made this comment. Some poor innocent mice have worked hard this bus trip to keep the bus moving. The squeaks of their wheels are deafening. The poor creatures need a rest and some oil. My right bum was lucky it got to get off the bus but way before me. It's probably out there watching bears while I'm being suffocated in piss. So my bum went numb, like full of numb. After a while I couldn't feel my right bum cheek, so that's where that comment came from, that it got to leave, it got to escape because I had to suffer. Like I said, my complaints went silly after a while. Dad wouldn't listen to my list, sad Vicky, so I wanted to read this list to my dad earlier and he wouldn't listen to me, so I got grumpy, and then I wrote, Mum won't listen to this, she grumpy. I said, I lost the plot. There's only one taxi, so we have no way to get to my hotel, and the shuttle did not appear, so we have no way to get there. Hotel only had 1 room, but not 2. Beds are tiny. Tofino Hotel is not near anything. Removed seaplane from us. And then this is the money that I said we should get given back. £15 phone bill, £100 each for the bears. 1,500 for once in a lifetime family dream destroyed fee. £50 each for orca spirit being poor quality. £500 for a day lost in Tofino. £10 per hour of bus for nasal damage. £200 stress. £80 poop fee. £100 sadness and £500 apology. So, yeah. That was my list. I said it got silly in the end, but a lot of things did go wrong, and I think writing this list, I sat and wrote this list when I was on the bus, and I think by doing that it helped me calm down and everything. But in the end they did give us some money back. We got, I think it was £500 each compensation, like money returned for like all the cock-ups and everything. So I said we paid a lot of money for things like transfers and we didn't actually receive them, so I think that's what that money was partly for. But overall it was a once in a lifetime holiday. Like we got to see a lot of animals. We saw orcas, raccoons, the Sheila, sea lions, loads, bears and everything. We got a really good experience, but it's just these little negative things that just kind of messed the holiday up. But anyway, sorry again for the video being really late, getting out like half a year late uploading, but oh well, hopefully you got to the end and enjoyed my list. Like I said, I was just being silly. And I apologise that it's a long video. It's going to be like 20 minutes, nearly 30-minute long video, I think. I'm sorry about that. I've just shoved all the clips in together, really, and just put them all in because even just editing it, I found it quite funny, like how much I moan in this video. So this is just me moaning kind of thing. But anyway, thanks for watching. Next week will be a better video, I promise. I just wanted to upload this one. So thanks for watching. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the time days. I hope you've been smiling because that's the most important thing. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye!